United USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump Day.
That's right. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, middle of the week, and we got our guest co-host back, Miss Pat.
Miss Pat.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Damn, Miss Pat, you changed quick. You like a whole different person than when you got off the elevator.
What? I just put on a little lip gloss.
Yeah, you like a superhero. You know, superheroes have the glasses on, and then they take the glasses off, and then they become the superhero. That's what you like. You Miss Pat now.
Oh, do I say anything about when you take your glasses off? Don't play like you don't wear glasses over there. They're changing that pill bottle like you poor.
No, I do. Yeah, I bought this from the house to put in my Crown Royal bag.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I
reminded me.
I would love to say
when I was in school.
I would love to say the first day Miss Pat worked here, she got here like at 5 o'clock. Then the second day was 5:30. Today was 5:50.
Little dragon. She dragging the day. She's dragging the day. I seen her.
My time is winding down, baby.
First day she was like, I get here on time. I'm a professional. Second day, I'm on time. Third day is like, y'all see me when I get here.
No, your people say, you getting here too early. We need to bag you up about 45 minutes. I say, enough said, sister. I'm going to lay down and put on my bra at 5:45.
Miss Pat like the studio too hot, though. Lord have mercy.
It's hot in here today.
We walked in here today where they said it was 80 degrees because Miss Pat wanted it warm when she walked in. That's warm is not hot, y'all. It's between warm and hot.
You dealing with a 50-year-old woman. I only got 2 more days, one more day or whatever. You ain't got to worry about it. You can freeze, envy till his skin fall off like a snake. But I can't stand to be cold. It remind me when I was poor. Without heat, I need heat.
But not hot, though.
It's like 89 degrees.
80 degrees in the room, Miss Pat.
I didn't turn the heat. I didn't do that. I had hot flash. I'm a little hot now. Y'all can turn the air on. Take that sweat off like you going to the second grade.
It's cold outside.
Yeah, you all greased up and stuff like you about to stand at the bus stop this morning. Who got you dressed? Your mama?
It's cold outside.
Yeah, it's cold, but your lips ain't got to be that greasy. Your bottom lip.
Yesterday
like
you told me I was
ashy,
ashy, so I overdid it this morning.
I see. You look like your mama got you dressed. You know them black mom spit in your face, then wipe it off. Make sure you
just put
shine.
Vaseline all around here.
Yes.
Let you figure out the rest.
That didn't happen to you, Envy.
Yes, they did.
You didn't get ashy.
My mama didn't spit. My mom licked her fingers and would wipe my eyes.
Yeah, but you didn't get ashy.
No, I don't get ashy.
I know you don't get ashy.
I don't get ashy.
You look ashy now.
I ain't no ashy.
He don't get it. It wouldn't show up.
It definitely wouldn't show up.
No ashy. Well, let's get the show cracking. Roland Martin will be joining us. He'll be our guest for today.
Big Roland.
That's right. And, of course, up next, we got front page news. There's a lot going on. Joe Biden, he addressed the country about guns. All right, we'll talk about it when we come back. Tez will be joining us. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We have Miss Pat, our co-host. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, family. Good morning, everybody.
Is back this morning, and let's get it started. Your president addressed the nation. He was talking gun control yesterday.
First, this executive order helps keep firearms out of dangerous hands, as I continue to call on Congress to require background checks for all firearm sales. In the meantime, my executive order directs my Attorney General to take every lawful action possible to move us as close as we can to universal background checks without new legislation. It's just common sense. The executive order also expands public awareness campaigns about the red flag orders, laws. Second thing it does, the executive order ramps up our efforts to hold the gun industry accountable. It's the only outfit you can't sue these days. It does that by calling out for an independent government study that analyzes and exposes how gun manufacturers aggressively market firearms to civilians, especially minors, including by using military imagery.
Tez, let me ask you a question. Will there ever be proper gun legislation when these politicians are in the pockets of these organizations like the NRA?
Well, I would hope so, but as you know, I love to keep it real. Right now, as it stands, and how it's been for a very long time, this is just where the Senate and the Congress has always been just deeply divided. And even when Democrats control both the House and the Senate, we know that Joe Manchin got a strong pimp hand, and so he also was not interested in banning assault rifles. He was looking at one point raising the age from 18 to 21. one, but they just cannot come together when it comes to banning assault rifles, and that is the main assault weapons. That is the main issue where there's a divide. Now, this particular executive order, like you heard the president say, it is going to help crack down on background checks, try to strengthen that. It will also improve tracking guns and ammunition for things that are lost and stolen. It also gives better transparency for gun dealers and so forth. But bottom line, Charlamagne, the main issue is banning the assault weapons, and that is just something that right now has not happened, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen in the near future. But President Biden said he vows to continue to fight this, but a vow means nothing when you talk about actually getting it done.
And to your point, all you got to do is just look up which senators have benefited the most money from the NRA. You know, because they say majority of Americans want stronger gun laws, but, you know, the NRA has spent over $3 million to benefit political campaigns of senators who oppose gun safety legislation.
But let me ask you a question, Tez, into the room. But I know a lot of these shootings and things happen with illegal guns. So them checking people's backgrounds, does that matter? Like, you know, yesterday in Harlem, there was a couple of students shot in like a 3-school radius. So I'm sure that those people didn't go get legal guns. I know a lot of those guns are coming illegally from the streets, you know?
Oh, absolutely. But those are societal issues that don't start or stop at guns. That's what happens when you don't invest in, you know, the community, when you don't invest in youth services and social services and education and mental health initiatives and other community resources.
Absolutely. It's twofold. And one of the things I always talk about when we talk about this crime and tough on crime, I can put a stop sign, on a street corner. It doesn't mean that nobody's ever going to run the stop sign. You know, It is going to happen. The question is, did you put the stop sign at least on the street corner? So, laws can only do so much to prevent, crime or prevent those types of things. Like you said, criminals are going to get guns. They're not going through the background check process, but we still have to do all we can to make sure that on the legal side, we're doing everything. And like to Charlamagne's point, what are we doing to prevent violence in the community? And that is investing heavily. And that's one of the things I'm concerned about as we move forward in 2024 with this tough on crime that Democrats and Republicans are both in agreement with. They do agree on tough on crime. And so we're going to see how they're going to spend that money in the community to stop that violence.
Now, also, Bishop Lamont is back in the news. You know, that's the Brooklyn bishop that's been seeing a lot of different controversy going on in the last couple of months.
Yes, Bishop. They call him
the Bishop. Why are you smiling, Tez? Why are you smiling?
Well, because the story is hilarious. It's kind of hilarious because they call him, you guys may remember, Bishop Whitehead, known as the Bling Brooklyn Bishop, who was robbed last year, which not funny.
That clown?
Yeah. Yes, this is the one that was robbed last year. But now, in the pursuit of more bling, he's been hit with a new fraud charge. And what he did, the reason why I was so tickled is because I couldn't believe I read this. He said that his bank, he went to the bank to get a loan and said that he had $2 million in the bank when the reality is he had $10 worth of tithes. Yes, $10. I thought I read it wrong. I said, did they mean 10,000? But this man really had $10 in the bank and said that he had $2 million. And he's done this before. In 2018, he tried to get a business loan for $250,000 for his company called Anointing Management. So he submitted fake bank documents on that as well. So the bottom line is he submitted all of these different documents. He tried to get a $1.3 million mortgage for a 6-bedroom home. The charges go on and on. It's as long as the Bible. But the bottom line is he says that he believes that God has his back, and he says that the feds better watch out. So we're going to see what the Book of Feds has to say about this when it's all said and done.
I can tell you one thing. His criminal history was way more interesting than the Bible.
Yes, it was.
Only God can judge that man.
I only wonder how people do that. I mean, we've all up here tried to get loans to purchase something, whether it's a car or a house or whatever it may be. They go through so much stuff with me. Like, there's no way I can say I got $2 million, only got $10 in the account. So how do some people just get away like that?
They got a friend, the friends that I know, who fixed the paperwork to make it look good. You don't know the people I know.
Oh.
and he says he got a friend in Jesus. So he's been just depending on Jesus all of this time. We're going to see how it works out.
I blame that man church.
You blame the church?
I blame that church. How come the church wasn't tithing and offering the way they were supposed to on Sunday? That man should have had way more than $10 in his damn bank account.
I read that too, and I said, it got to be $10,000. Nobody got $10.
It was like, what, 10 people in the congregation? They all gave $1.
Tithing and offering, man.
When
Come
he
on,
got
man.
robbed, it was like 300 people in there when he got robbed that day, wasn't it?
What video you see?
Ain't that the man who got robbed at the church?
Yes.
I thought it was a lot of people.
And it was 300 people there that jumped in bridles.
Only God can judge that.
You
man.
right. All right. Well, wish him the best.
I don't
Bishop
go to
Lamont
church.
Whitehead.
I don't know how many people go now.
Get it off your chest. Thank you, Miss Taz.
Thank you.
See you next hour. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. Call us up. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
The judge him and he get his time. Only God can judge him after that.
No, you could judge it too, bro. You know wrong from right, bro. Even in the Taxstone situation with Troy Ave, right? Troy Ave was facing 20 years, and they gave him a deal to testify for, and he got 1 year. People mad at Troy Ave. I would have took that deal too.
What are you talking about now?
Who's mad at who?
Now I'm talking about the Troy Ave situation,
Like,
bro.
what are you talking about now?
You know, he was facing 20 years.
And you're supposed to be a Christian, and you in here
I am a
judging people.
Christian.
But the Bible say don't judge people. It says thou shalt
Listen,
not
man.
judge.
Also, the Bible says no from wrong from right, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sean.
Goodbye, Sean.
What are you talking about, Miss Pat?
I don't know what he's talking about. He don't want you talking about his pastor.
That's
I
what it
think that
sounds
was
like,
his
right?
pastor. I think that was his pastor.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is Rodriguez from Memphis.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Rodriguez? What's going on?
Hey, no much. I wanted to ask Miss Pat how she get her role with Young Dolph and Snoop Dogg in that I Think I Can Fly video before he passed away.
What he say?
Did you do a video with Young Dolph and Snoop?
Yeah, that's me.
He said, how'd you get that role?
The guy who shot the video guard. We would go way back. He called me up and put me in it. At that time, I had never heard of Young Dolph.
Really?
Never. I told my son, I want some rapper video named Young Dolph. My son was like, Young Dolph! Oh my God, he just got shot. I said, he just got shot.
Oh, that was the one we got shot in North Carolina.
Yeah,
for
in LA, I think. Someone just got shot. His arm was messed up.
The LA one, yeah.
But he was
LA
really
one.
nice, a really nice guy.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
Yeah, we definitely.
Okay, that's good.
Rodriguez, and keep it loud.
How y'all doing now?
We're going to do something big for Memphis in the next couple of weeks. We're going to announce it in the next couple of weeks. I think it's something that you're going to want to be involved with.
All right, cool. Say no more, man. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
What's going on? This club, Tyler.
Hey.
Dingo. What's up, y'all?
Hey, Tyler.
morning.
You got us on Bluetooth or speaker? Take us off if you do.
No, I don't. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Get it
Okay,
off your
cool.
chest, brother.
Appreciate it. Miss Pat, how you doing, love? You are amazing. I love you. You are a true comedian out here in these streets. I really appreciate you, Miss Pat. Thank you for being you.
Thank you. Can I just say I didn't tell these people calling him for me? Because it sounds like a damn setup.
Man, Breakfast
Show
Club
me
listeners,
love.
when
They love
Breakfast
him.
Club listeners got love for you, they gonna show it to you.
Well,
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
It's all good.
Thank
It's
you.
all good.
Thank you.
Hey,
Where,
good.
where
Hey,
you calling from?
I'm calling from Chicago, Miss Pat. My name is Tyler. I'm an actor as well. So if you need somebody for your show, you holla at me. My handle is Mr. Dingo on Instagram. Holla at me. For real. I can say
Oh
that.
man, Lee
Dingo.
Daniels will love that name. Lee Daniels is the producer of Miss Pat Show.
But all I wanted to call up here though, man. I wanted to give some advice to the ladies out here because Tamar Braxton did me real dirty last week. So I wanted to give some advice to the ladies out here so y'all can stay, get y'all and secure y'all a man so y'all won't be single and alone at 46 years old like her. What
did Tamar do to you, first of all, brother?
What are you talking about? I called last week and she said that because she didn't like my name, she just hung up on me. And plus, I told her how her expectations of 6 months to a year for a man is just ridiculous. That's just too much to marry a dude within that, to get married. It's
Okay,
crazy.
I got you.
So this your get back right now.
Yeah, this is my get back, bro.
Okay.
She wilding. So this is my advice for the ladies.
You know she coming Friday. If you want to say it to her, she coming Friday.
Oh, good. I will.
It's her
call
birthday
back.
too.
It's her birthday.
I don't give a damn. I'm going to call back. Let's get it. So all I'm saying is, ladies, listen to the man, cater to that man, be open-minded, leave your baggage behind you, and just be open and expressive. That's how you're going to secure and get you a man, and you won't be alone and single at 46 years old, ladies. That's all I got to say on that.
I
Dingo,
agree.
speaking of getting a man, won't you at Original Big Daddy on Instagram?
Won't you shut
That's
up?
Original Big Daddy.
Don't do that.
I don't want to. I'm Mr. Dingo.
Goodbye, Mr. Dingo. Y'all are crazy.
I'm gonna call him and tell he ain't nothing.
That's my guy, Lee.
I'm Lee. That ain't
Oh
me.
man, Lee done changed his name. I thought his name was Original Big Daddy on
What
Instagram.
is it?
It's just Lee Daniels now.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on, man? My name is Sonny. How you doing?
Sonny, good morning. Now, it says here you had a date yesterday and it went really bad.
Yeah, it did. But I'm not gonna lie. I was hearing you guys speaking about gun laws, and I just felt like, you want to know what? I deal with kids every day, and we should be speaking about a more pressing issue. I just wanted to know what you guys think about, you know what I mean, underage kids. I'm talking about young kids nowadays, anywhere between the ages of like 11 and 15, that are sitting down here and handling guns. Do you think that their parents should be held accountable for, you know what I mean, whatever, you know what I mean, happens on the road, or, you know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Not if they don't get the gun from their house. Like if they take their parents' gun because the parents left the gun unattended, maybe. But if they just get a gun out in the street, the parents shouldn't be held responsible for that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. As a gun owner, you got to make sure that your guns are locked up, they're in safes, they're in places where your kids can't get them or reach them or get to them if need be. So I mean, yeah. But things do happen. I mean, I know a lot of parents that lock up their guns and forget to close the safe or do something small, and things do happen. That doesn't excuse it, but, you know, yeah, the parents should be held liable if they allow their kids to get their guns.
And kids are sneaky. Even though if you have your guns locked up, they watch you long enough. They know your routine.
They know your code.
They know how to get into
That's
your
right.
stuff. They'll steal your code the same way they steal your code to your phone. And I agree, too. If they didn't get that gun from your house, because you don't know what your kids do when they walk outside the door. So if my kids got a gun out of a bush and kill somebody, you can't fault me for it.
That's right. What we need to be talking about when it comes to these 11 and 15-year-olds, especially these kids from these poor and disenfranchised areas, is how do we invest in them? You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, how do you invest in youth services and community programs and mental health initiatives and social services? Like these kids need community resources to help them just develop, man.
Yeah.
They got number time on their hands right now.
Now you're right, and I mean it takes a lot of people that's been locked up, that's been in gangs, to come back to the community and really break down what they're doing.
That's
because
right.
it seems cool. You know what I mean? You're growing up and you see them as a form of protection to make sure I'm good, as a brotherhood. But you know, you got to speak to some of them OGs that got locked up that did 20 years that followed the same path, because
They
they're
had
not
to go
going.
in that prison and oil up their ankles and let their Timbs tap.
What?
I know one thing. Kids like to talk to kids who can speak their language.
Correct.
You know, nobody wants to talk to people who they feel like gonna look down on them. Because I was once one of those kids, and I didn't want to hear what nobody say who couldn't understand where I was coming from.
Facts.
So I've started like a little going into school speaking, because I speak their language. I broken English. I'm from the street. I've been that person before, and they open up and they're listening. When you just coming in there like, and they feel like you don't know what they're going through, they close down. They don't want to hear that.
That's right.
Yep, that's
And
the
I just
truth.
don't. I think we don't have a lot of people that go back to the communities to nurture these kids.
That's right. These kids aren't inherently evil. They aren't natural born criminals. They're just
No.
kids born into a certain circumstance, and they playing with the cards that they dealt. So deal them some new cards.
That's right.
When I got custody of my niece kids, her son was 5 years old. And I heard him say one day, he said, "Get out my ear with all that damn noise." He was 5. And I was like, because my niece is on crack. I slapped that boy so hard. And then I said, "Why you let him talk to you like that?" He said, "My daddy said I don't have to respect her." Then she also told me that some man just walking around the community, I don't know, say he had an anger issue. I said, "He don't have no anger issue. He's mad because of the situation you got him in." If you saw Raymond now, oh my God. When I tell you, they be like, they can't even understand what I'm saying. They so proper. But this is the same kid that they told me had an anger issue.
Wow.
The most manable. I mean, he do little boy stuff at school. Of
course.
He try to be something he ain't sometime. But other than that, a good kid.
So what got into him? What
I got into him.
Oh,
She
discipline.
left.
Okay.
And
Gotcha,
I've had
gotcha.
him for 10 years. You can't even tell that these are the same hood rat kids I picked up. Like, when I met the little girl, his little sister, she was like, "My name Yo-Yo." I said, "Well, do you know your real name? Yo-Yo." I said, "Your name ain't no Yo-Yo. Your name Yolanda." And it took so much for me to change these kids around. But you see them today, you be like, "These kids, mama was on crack and left
real.
you." You can't tell.
Wow.
You
Well,
dealt
get
them
it-
some new cards.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. When we come back, we got rumors on the way. We got to talk about Lil Nas X. He apologized to his own community. We'll tell you why when we come back.
I stay out of LMNOP business, bro.
I'm just going to report it.
Well, my daughter gay. She said she ain't mad.
We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
Well, at least I am. The verdict's still out on Envy.
I'm black.
Give me a high five.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host, Miss Pat, with us this week.
In here asking for Drake tickets. I didn't know what you were talking about. You got Blur tickets? I was like, what is Blur? That's the name of the tour?
That's the name of the tour, Drake's tour.
Blur,
Okay.
BLUR.
Yeah, because yesterday one of our producers was asking about Dreamville concert and the Dreamville tour, the Dreamville show, and she was asking for tickets, and I was like, I just ran into J. Cole. I could probably get you some tickets, and she was, but I don't have the Drake
I
connection.
don't know why y'all just be lying to people for no reason.
What you mean?
I just saw J. Cole. I couldn't
did.
get him tickets.
I did. I spoke to him. So
Walked past him in a hotel.
no, we spoke. I speak to him periodically.
Hi.
You got his number?
Yes, we
He
speak.
got his number. He can get the ticket. What you mind your business, Charlamagne? Who you know?
He can't get no tickets.
Who on tour
Nobody.
you know?
Who I just saw? Mama D. Is she on tour? I thought I
Who
saw
is
somebody
Mama
say that
D?
yesterday.
Mama Dew.
Scrappy Mama. I swear I saw somebody post that yesterday. She was on tour.
You give me tickets for that?
If you want them.
She sing?
I swear somebody said that yesterday. Unless that's a joke. That's probably a joke.
What's wrong with
somebody had said, I said,
would
since
Mama
I can't
D-
afford Beyonce tickets, I'm going to go to Mama D show. And I said, you know what? I got to stop reading these memes.
What's wrong
I swear
with
I
you,
thought
man?
that was real.
What,
Oh my goodness.
What do Mama D do?
She sing. She got a song.
You gonna go see somebody with one song?
Happens all the time.
Before you drink a drink, it gonna be over.
Oh my goodness.
Happens all the time.
All right. Well, let's get to the rumors.
Rumor has it, rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
on the Breakfast Club.
Shout out to Wyclef. Wyclef hit me yesterday after he heard us reporting him that he's in the hospital. He said he's doing well. So keep healing, brother. Shout out to Wyclef.
Who's the Wyclef? We can get tickets to his show. For sure.
He always on the internet singing.
He's a singer and rapper.
Oh no, that's Anthony Hamilton. I'm getting the black man mixed.
Lord have mercy.
Goodness gracious. All right. Well, Lil Nas X, he apologizes to the trans community for a transition tweet. He said it was not cool. He posted a picture of himself looking like Lil Nas X and then himself with long black locks. And he said the surgery was a success. It seems like people didn't find it funny. So he apologized. He said, I apologize to the trans community. I definitely handled that situation with anger instead of considering why it was not cool. Much love to you guys. Sorry. Then somebody said, baby, this apology ain't it. You need to apologize to the trans community in material ways that include money.
Oh, come on.
Sharing your
Stop.
platform.
Stop.
Or raise awareness and just keep it. This is a fake as hell.
Knock it off.
And
And that sounds like fake outrage when you asking for money and all kind of other stuff.
Well, I guess that she want a check.
Yeah, that's come
Well,
on. Now.
first of all, that other picture with Lil Nas X,
Yes.
damn, he look good. I did not know that was Lil Nas X.
I ain't see it.
That you want to see it?
I'll show you. Yeah.
That
And then you could
he look good.
Yeah, I'm
in
gonna give it to you.
her
Not Lil
makeup.
Nas
Yes,
X.
it is. There. And then I want you to here you go. Read the reply too. What he said back to the
What's wrong with you? Why you
He ain't got no lotion on his hand.
No grip on your fingers, man. Man, that is so sad. God damn.
He ain't got no fingerprints, do you, boy?
That's not Lil Nas X.
Yes,
That's
it
a whole
is.
other person.
No,
I
that's Lil
thought
Nas X.
that's got to be a little.
Lil
That
Nas
can't
X.
be.
Oh, wait, Lil Nas.
So
Drop one of clues bomb for Lil Nas X. That's how.
You can't say that.
Oh,
I love Lil
drop one of
Nas
clues
X.
bomb for Lil Nas X.
Jesus Christ.
I stay out of LGBTQ business because I don't even understand why that's offensive. So,
But he looked good if that was him in the dress. He was beautiful. I don't expect
I
you
think this
men
is a
to
woman.
reply. No, that's Lil Nas X.
yeah, she do look good.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what is this. It's a picture.
That's
a
Lil
picture.
Nas X dressed up as a woman.
I don't know. It's not. I think
That's
this is
what
a-
he just said. You
Maybe
sure
this is
that's
not Lil
him?
Nas X
That's what
dressed
they
like a
said.
woman.
That's Lil Nas X.
No, it's not. This is
that
a
Lil
whole
Nas
different
X?
person.
Let me ask the producer.
No, this is
Oh,
not Lil
come in
Nas
here,
X.
producer.
Fool.
Oh, I thought it was Lil Nas X.
That's what I said too. I said if that's Lil Nas X, because it said he's got
Said the
his.
surgery was a success. That's
Yeah.
a whole other woman.
Oh, he posted a
Exactly,
picture of
you
another
idiot.
woman.
I'm looking at this
Oh
like,
my
no.
God! I thought that was you. Don't lie.
I did.
The trans community coming for you.
I thought that was Lil Nas X. No? Okay.
I was about to say how he transformed like that with.
It's a picture. It's the internet. Boy, the internet ruining us all. I thought Mama D really had a concert. y'all thought that was really a woman. We are
That
losing
is
it.
a woman.
That is
That's
a
not
woman.
Lil
Oh, no,
Nas X.
That's not loud.
I'm confused now.
All right.
That's not that's a
That's not Lil
woman.
Nas X. That's a woman. Yes.
He thought that was Lil Nas X.
I did.
Yes.
Well, let's move on. Diplo. Yesterday he was talking about receiving oral, and he said he received oral from a man before.
Oh my God! What the hell is going on this morning?
Mama D concert.
But he said he received oral from a man, and that doesn't make him gay.
Sure, if I got a job from a guy before.
You're sure that's happened?
Yeah.
And you just don't remember?
I mean,
you're saying you're not committing to it, but you're saying you're sure it happened.
For sure.
But you don't have a specific memory of it.
Like, I don't know if it's gay unless you like make eye contact while there's a job.
That's such a straight guy thing to say.
But getting a job is not that gay, I think.
I don't know. You tell me.
But what were we about to talk about?
We were talking about Bill Clinton. Because this is a serious podcast, okay?
What happened now?
He said he received oral from a man before, and he said because he didn't look the guy in the eyes, it's not gay.
So he was making a joke.
That sounds like you're serious to me.
Well, I kind of agree. If you don't know who giving you oral, you ain't gay. If you didn't look down there and see nobody, it could have been a ghost. I kind of agree with him. If he didn't look down, it ain't gay. If he looked down, you gay.
I don't understand if he's being serious or not, though.
It don't matter. He said it.
Well, I was born in 1978, so I'm old school. I was always taught that same-sex relations are the pure
Not if you didn't
definition
look
of
down
gay.
and see who was giving you the oral. So anybody, her aunt could have been giving the oral. So he didn't look down. So you don't have a witness. He don't know who gave him the oral.
But he clearly knows because he knew enough to say it was a man.
Well, he probably thought because she had some chin hair rubbed up against his thigh. But I get chin hair and I am a girl.
Yeah. You're a woman, Miss Pat.
Yeah, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I done had 4 kids.
Yep.
So I kind of agree with it.
Yep, you sure did.
If you didn't.
I hate this show.
If I hit it, will I be arrested?
What you mean?
My eyelash
I'm
don't fell
agreeing
off.
with you.
You call me fat, my eyelash fell off.
Miss Pat, why your eyelash fall up like that?
Because you called me
somebody
fat.
hit you, man.
Oh my goodness!
I did not call you.
Wait till y'all guys see the video after this show. Man.
I'm getting mad. I'm about to turn into the hookup.
That ghost you was talking about just punched you in the eye, man.
No. Whoever gave him or pulled my eyelash off.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, that is your room report if y'all want to consider that rumors. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. Tesla and Figaro will be joining us. We'll be talking about a lot of things. And also this new drink that they're making. It's called the Negro. Would you buy it? What about the Caucasian? Would you buy that one?
I buy them crackers. I buy that Caucasian. I buy that Caucasian.
Jesus.
It's going to have a better looker in it.
Well, all right. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Did you know one word can change everything? Zach Levi returns as Shazam in the new movie Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This film is a must-see event with epic action and a whole lot of fun. March 17th, see Shazam! Fury of the Gods, only in theaters, rated PG-13. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our guest host, Miss Pat, with us. And let's get in some front page news as we bring Tesla and Figaro back.
The Hood Whisperer. The Hood Whisperer, Tesla and Figaro.
That's right, the Hood Whisper. Good morning, family. Glad to be here.
Now, let's start off with this Mississippi man. They say this Mississippi man went missing, and then when he was found, his head was cut off?
Absolutely. This is this is a heartbreaking story. Rest in peace to Rasheem Carter, 25-year-old Rasheem Carter. Has been trending all over social media. Such a beautiful, handsome black man who his body was found dismembered. Now, what happened with this story is he went missing October of last year at the Super 8 Hotel in Laurel. According to his family, when he vanished, he sought help from the police. He told his mother that 3 truckloads of white guys were trying to kill him. Literally said that he tried to get help. He did not get any help. And then November 2nd, they found his remains. He was found in a wooded area about 21 miles from where he was last reportedly seen. And the problem now is after the family is trying to get justice, authorities have released a statement saying there's no reason to believe foul play was involved.
He was
So
decapitated.
somebody has to make Right. Somebody has to make this make sense. This brother's head was severed from his body. I don't know who in the hell can cut off their own head. His vertebrae, his spinal cord. I mean, he was literally just dismembered into pieces. So what the family is doing now is asking for a federal investigation because obviously local is not getting it right. And I just talked to Attorney Crump just about 10 minutes ago, and he said to stay posted on this story as more develops because more will be coming out here shortly.
Sounds like Mississippi is still burning to me. Racism is built into the very fabric of Mississippi. I don't see how a decapitation don't prompt more of an investigation. That's insane.
That is
Well,
insane.
maybe they don't know what the word decapitation mean down there.
Maybe. You're right.
Jesus Christ.
And remember, we just talked about earlier this week for everybody who's listening, where we talked about that guy burning the cross. You know, that too was in Mississippi. So what the hell is going on in Mississippi?
Oh, Mississippi been like that, though. Y'all ain't never seen the movie Mississippi Burning?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
As a country, we've grown a little bit. Did we leave Mississippi out of this?
Yeah, I think they're behind us, Pat. Miss Pat. I'm sure they are.
So what are they still in 1940 something?
That's
how they reacted?
Seems like it. Seems like it.
I wouldn't go to Mississippi for nothing.
Now we also got to switch sides and talk Michael Irvin. I seen him all over the news yesterday. What's going on with Michael Irvin?
Man, this makes my blood boil. I mean, it really, really does. For those of you that have not watched the video, I encourage you to watch it. You guys may remember that Michael Irvin was accused of sexual assault in a Marriott hotel. And so yesterday, Michael Irvin's attorney has released the video. You can see for yourself that literally he was just talking to this woman. I believe he just touched her elbow and she put her arm back, but they were literally just having a conversation about football. And so he has always maintained his innocence. He has always said that the evidence will come out. But the problem with this is this really, hurt his reputation. At that time, they had pretty much pulled him. I want to say, if I recall, if you guys remember, he was getting ready to do some commentary before the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they pulled him from that. So now we see that the employee was simply just walking around, having a simple conversation. I thought it was interesting that the attorney pointed out that there was a man, I guess her manager, kind of standing on the side, and appears to just be watching something strange going on with that, just watching. But eventually they shook hands, they parted ways. It was a simple conversation. And so now Michael Irvin is suing Marriott and the Jane Doe, rightfully as he should. Because this has absolutely done damage to his reputation. And I don't know where we are with this, guys. I don't know if black men just need to walk around with body cams 24 hours a day or what, because this is obviously an attempt for a shakedown, in my opinion. Not putting it on the record, but this is just, I mean, it's disgusting to see, something like this happen in this case.
So what did she say he did? Because I seen the video. They looked like they were chatting. And
he said
that's exactly what they were doing. But at the hotel, they came up. See, these hotels, anytime they have, anytime, I guess when an NFL team is there, they say, hey, if you see anything strange, let us know. So they called the NFL and said, hey, something, Michael Irvin's been inappropriate. And so NFL security walked him out and he asked, hey, what's going on? What the hell's going on? They said, well, you've been accused of sexual assault, so we need you to leave the hotel.
Wow.
So he was totally taken off guard because he had no idea what they were talking about, because it was literally just a conversation. So again, thank God for the tape to be able to show his innocence.
Well, this is why you can't jump to conclusions, and this is why I hate when people dish out consequences before all the facts are out there.
I didn't believe it. I did not believe it. I hope he sued a tanning lotion off that
Me too.
bitch.
Absolutely.
I do.
And I hope this correction is just as loud as the accusation was.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
That's
And
exactly
something is mentally wrong with her to think you were sexual assaulted by touching your elbow.
No, she was trying to get a check. She was
that's all that was.
probably trying to
No
get a
doubt
check.
about
get
it.
a check, at least take your shirt off.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't get one by rubbing your elbow, ma'am.
But she thought that it was
The
like anything else.
accusation,
Like
yeah.
that white woman will be allowed enough to go against that black guy, and they would
White
Michael
women,
Irvin, and
yeah.
they would cut her a check. That's what she thought.
Dr. Umar be trying to tell y'all, but no. Y'all don't want to listen to the good Dr. Umar.
Well, there is a new drink out there called the Negro and the Caucasian.
What?
Boy, that's a biracial baby, ain't it?
What happened?
Tell us about this drink, the Negro and Caucasian.
Wait a minute, who made
This
it?
is on a lighter note. I know we just got through with, both of those stories, but on a lighter note, Dozens of employees have walked out of their job in Pennsylvania. Management allegedly wanted to add a drink called the Negro and the Caucasian. Now, the Caucasian drink was, I guess they were doing a play on the White Russian, and there was also talk about the Redneck Russian as well. So what's so funny about this is the employees said, we are offended, and I'm certainly not making light of their offense, but they said we're offended by this, and the owner pretty much he doubled down. He said, hey, guess what? Buckle up because the Negro drink is coming next. So the owner told the staff, hey, feel free to walk out. The staff said, no problem, bet that, we're going to do that. In addition to that, we're going to start a boycott. And so they went on social media, which is a great tool when you're trying to bring awareness. And so eventually he learned that fat does indeed meet greasy, and he issued an apology.
Is it a bar? I mean, is this a Coca-Cola? I mean, not a Coca-Cola product. I mean, is it made a lot of them? Because it sounds like something that they make at a bar.
No, yeah, it is. It's a restaurant. And so they were trying to be creative. They're known for having all of these creative drinks. And so they said, hey, let's do the Caucasian and the Negro. And then he got upset. He said, how dare you question me? I've never been racist. There's nothing wrong with me. How dare you Negroes question me about a Negro drink? And he really doubled down. It was really until the employees actually backed up what they said they were going to do and walked out and caused a big fuss on social media that made him eventually apologize. I don't think he means it because he doubled down, but
what's the Negro drink?
What's wrong with Negro drink and Caucasian drink?
But what is the Negro drink, though?
Hold on. What was
what's going to be in the Negro
was there
drink?
A Mexican drink before this? An Asian drink? I mean, because this sounded like it had been going on.
But you said Caucasian drink
was a right.
He says to play on the White Russian.
Right. So what's the Negro drink?
But how come White Russian ain't never offend nobody all these years? Like, I don't have a problem with Negro drink and Caucasian drink.
So you want a Negro drink? What would be in said Negro drink?
What's Hennessy?
That's what I'm saying. If it was watermelon and Hennessy, then I can understand.
Nah, I got a problem with that.
That's a little different.
Chicken flavor Hennessy, I can't go with that.
And y'all act like it's called Coon Punch and Cracker Juice. If it was
right,
Coon Punch and
but if
Cracker
they had a
Juice,
Negro drink and it had Hennessy with watermelon on the side, you wouldn't be offended.
Well, I understand that watermelon is a symbol of freedom, but I wouldn't be. It wouldn't offend me. You know what I mean? I got to see what's in the drink. I don't think that just the words Negro and Caucasian offend me. That's
I think it would bother me.
So you want to see what it is. So you're looking at Negro as just the color of the drink? Or because White Russian is literally white.
Hey, if you want to be technical, I went to a Mexican restaurant. My husband ordered a Modelo. They said, you want Negro?
What's a Negro?
The dark.
The dark drink. Oh, word, yeah, okay.
But I think I have a problem. You at the bar and the white person, give me a Negro. Like you would have.
That's better than nigga. Give me 3 niggas. I want 3 niggas neat. I want 3 niggas on rocks.
Oh my goodness.
But it sounds like, let's be fair, it sounds like they made these offensive drinks before. This ain't the first time.
And it's equal opportunity. Negro drink, Caucasian drink. It ain't like they just singled out the black people.
I mean,
they've made creative drinks, but he thought since it was already called, the White Russian, why not go ahead and say Caucasian? So they're known, allegedly, from what I read, they're known, to come up with these creative type drinks. And so I guess he figured, hey, if it's good enough for the white folks, it's good enough, for black folks to call Negro the Negro drink. And obviously, maybe it was a good idea. Charlamagne said, that he's not offended. So, but these employees were. They walked out and they said they were just uncomfortable asking, I guess going to ask customers, how many Negroes do you want on the rock?
No, Ms. Pat is asking a good question. Did the white people get offended at Caucasian?
It didn't say. It just said that dozens of employees have walked out. It didn't say if they were white or black. It was mainly the employees that had a problem with it. It never made it to the menu. It was just the fact that he brought it up.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened with that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Teslin, for joining us this morning. We appreciate you.
You want to try it?
Absolutely.
How much you want to try
ice cold, delicious. Give me 2 of them crackers on the rock.
Give me 2 crackers on the rock.
My goodness. All right. When we come back, Roland Martin will be joining us. We're going to kick it with Roland, so don't move. And Teslin, we'll see you tomorrow. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Everybody, it's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
The brother Roland Martin. Welcome.
What's happening?
How you feeling?
New dig. I'm all good, man. It's been crazy busy. Things are going well. We've had a great 2022 with Black Star Network, and so we are moving with 2023. Launched our 24-hour streaming channel, and my goal for us by the end of the year was to be on 5 platforms. We probably will hit that by the end of April.
That's dope.
When people see that hashtag hashtag Roland Martin Unfiltered or Black Star Network. What does that mean?
Well, Roland Martin Unfiltered is the show. So when I launched September 2018, that was the first show that I launched. And so everybody told me, look, this is not going to work. Try to go get a job back at CNN, a good job at MSNBC. And I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in having a 32-year-old white producer tell me what I can and cannot cover. And I also saw in terms of exactly where we were going. So we had to do proof of concept. So Roland Martin Unfiltered, we're now 4 years in, building that up. And then last year when I launched the network, I knew I wanted other shows as well because I wanted to be more than just one show. So the show basically is the axis. It's the same thing, or tentpole. Same thing happens in, you look at cable television. So we've now got 4 other shows. Wealthy You from Deborah Owens, Balanced Living with Jackie Hood Martin, The Pivot with Stephanie Humphrey. We got Greg Carr show, The Black Table. And then another daily show for Raji Muhammad. We got 3 shows we're developing as well. So things are going well. The biggest thing is still dealing with the ad agencies when it comes to supporting black-owned media. Because you got some folks who say, oh, we don't want to buy news. It's like, oh, brand safety. And I'm like, yeah, but I see your ads on Fox News. I see them on MSNBC. I see them on CNN with his opinion. So please tell me again where this brand safety stuff comes in. And so that's why our audience who supports us, it's been crazy. I mean, our audience, the fans have literally given about $2 million in the last 4 years. And so that's how we've been able to really sustain and build to sort of do the things necessary because black-owned media is so important, but specifically news. There's a ton of gossip. There's a ton of entertainment. There's a ton of for the culture. But the question is, what are you being informed about? And what I hate is when people say, "Oh man, I wish we knew." Well, there are those of us out here trying to tell you. But the question is, what are you watching? What are you listening? And look, March 16th is the anniversary, the 196th anniversary of the launch of the first black newspaper, Freedom's Journal, and it was March 16th, 1827. And there's a quote in the third paragraph. We have a mural in my office. This has it on there. It says, "We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us." And that's really has been the mantra of the black press, and that's why that matters, because I fear us, and I've said this on this show numerous times before, I fear the future where we're asking somebody else to tell our story. That is the scariest thing in the world to me.
I feel like that's all people doing. Even now, like when you see people pitching shows to different producers and production companies in Hollywood, I feel like that's all we ever do. Right,
and that's because we have been conditioned to seek permission as opposed to grant permission ourselves. We look at BET. Bob Johnson owning BET, when the Million Man March happened, his salespeople came in and was like, "Bob, what are we doing? If you cover the Million Man March and we go no ads, we're going to lose money." He said, "Then today we're going to lose money." So Bob Johnson only can make that decision because Bob Johnson owned BET.
That's right.
And the reason we've been having this fight, even with black-owned media, is because if you read Brett Pulley's book, which is an amazing book called The $1 Billion Bet, the unauthorized biography of Bob Johnson and BET. When Viacom purchased BET, Sumner Redstone and Mel Karmazin saw that BET was getting $1,500 for a 30-second ad that MTV was getting $8,000 for. And Mel goes, BET was discounting itself. No, they weren't discounting themselves. The agencies were not valuing black people. Now, if you just do the math, BET gets sold for $2.3 billion plus the assumption of debt. It's really about $3 billion. If BET had been getting its fair value from the beginning, that means that when BET was sold, it should have been sold for $10 to $12 billion. Remember, Bob and Sheila Johnson reaped the billions from it, which meant that if they got their fair value, they could have actually sold 30% of BET for the same $3 billion and still owned it.
Yeah.
So now you see what happens when we get shortchanged in the dollars and how it impacts black ownership.
How do we change that though? Because like when you turn it down, I'm sure there's somebody else out there that be like, I'm gonna take that money.
Right, and that's also part of the deal. So we have to understand when you're operating as a collective is that if you take that crumb, you're gonna keep getting that crumb. So we have to train folks to understand that no, you have to stand for it. No, let's get the 100 or the 500,000, or let's take down the $1 million or the several $1 million. So that has to happen, and not get played by isolating us. That's one. Two, information also comes in because too many people are literally walking into meetings and they don't have the information on how to do battle. 3, we've got to have our institutions also begin to properly leverage them. So what I mean by that, if you have corporations that are doing business with the National Urban League, the NAACP, National Action Network, Rainbow Push Coalition, and others, those institutions have to say, all right, a donation to us is great, but it's marginal. Okay? So Wells Fargo was the presenting sponsor of the NAACP Image Awards. Okay, that's fine, that's great. But the question is, how much money did black people lose during the home foreclosure crisis as a result of the business practices of Wells Fargo? I guarantee you it's far more what the donation was. And so I believe that our institution we need to have race indexes, meaning not just who are your black folks on the board of directors, what are the contracts that you're providing?
I was going to ask, so, we're talking all the economics, right? And they're talking inflation fell, and now they're talking about the banking crisis. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, remember, when you talk about that particular bank there, what happened there? That was an abject failure on their leadership because they were not properly prepared for the Fed's interest rate raises. That was one. 2, I'm laughing to death at all these white conservatives who are yelling, oh, they were so concerned about being woke, as if a group of white men ain't never broke banks before. Let's just be real, okay? But what you have is the financial industry is so crazy because if there's just a sliver of a fear,
everybody pull their money.
That's whether it's private equity. So it's like, oh, let me hold on to cash. That's the whole deal. So that sector is really dependent upon confidence everything's going to be fine. That's what happened there. They just got all spooked. Well, that was a crisis of leadership, okay? And secondly, it was also a weakening of the regulations. Barney Frank needs to be answering to this because you had the Dodd-Frank bill. He actually lobbied once he left Congress and joined a bank, the bank that he actually joined. They were the ones that went under, Signature Bank in New York. They weakened the laws. Conservatives and Republicans love yelling deregulation. No, there's a reason regulation is important to prevent that from happening. I spend multiple shows walking people through the data saying, no, this is a lie. This is what he said. This was proposed. This is what got funded. Here's the whole truth. These are people kind of like, oh, we didn't know all that. Yeah, because the places that you're watching, they're not going to break it down to you for you. Right. Because let's just be clear, MSNBC and CNN are not going to give you that level of detail specifically to HBCUs. It ain't going to happen, which is why you got to have black-owned media.
All right, we got more with Roland Martin. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Miss Pat is here, our guest host. We're still kicking it with Roland Martin. Charlamagne?
What would you say to people who said, of course the Silicon Valley Bank is getting the bailout, but, if you ask for stuff for like student loan forgiveness or, universal health care or social services, housing, education.
Or HBCU support.
They don't never have money for that, but they always have money for the bailout banks and the fund wars. What would you say to those people?
One, they're actually mostly incorrect if you break those things apart. First of all, you look at the student loan debt forgiveness. That right now is awaiting the Supreme Court decision. So you had those oral arguments. So the Biden administration actually said, let's forgive student loan debt. Now they got sued. Now it goes to Supreme Court. That's Supreme Court. The 3 branches of government: legislative, executive, judicial. Bottom line is that's why it's in the Supreme Court. So that happens there. When you talk about HBCUs, the level of funding over the last 4 years has been the most they've gotten ever. We broke down, you're talking about almost $8 billion. And then if you go inside of those numbers, and Congressman Bobby Scott was on the Education Committee, Congressman Jim Clyburn, Congressman Alma Adams. Look, the thing was so significant with those numbers that most of those HBCUs, especially public HBCUs, got 4 times as much money from the federal government than they got from the states, and they're supposed to be state funded.
Yes, the states owe these HBCUs a lot of money.
No, I'm just talking about just the annual amount of money they were given. You take all of those federal programs, CARES Act, American Rescue Plan, all of those. I mean, the numbers don't lie in terms of, I'm talking about you going from Alabama A&M to Florida A&M to North Carolina A&T, top to bottom, in many cases, 4 times as much money. I walked through the whole spreadsheet on my show, and folk were like, hold up, the state gave Florida A&M that much, and they got that much from the federal government? Absolutely. And so your money there. Now, you're absolutely right. They are right in terms of how Congress is excellent at finding money for largely white farmers, $25 billion when Trump was president. But then, no, we can't afford that particular program. That's why I keep walking people through why voting matters. See, folks go, if I don't get this, I ain't voting. Well, if you don't vote, you ain't gonna get this. And so you cannot change policy but not change the policy makers. The problem for us is we're not voting our number. Numbers don't lie. If black voters in most places vote 65, 70, 75% of our numbers, we can sweep election. Because if you're in an area, in a state, 500,000 registered and eligible black voters, 30% vote. Okay, that's 150. If 30% of them vote, that's 150. If 50% of them vote, that's an additional 100,000 votes. 50. I ain't got the 70. 50. Warren B. Herschel Walker about 95,000 votes. If 30% of black people vote, it's 500,000 black people. 30% vote. That number is what it is.
So what do you think?
That for 10 years.
So now all of a sudden, what do you now deal with? You now have to first of all start very early to educate. You can't see this is what we do. We got to register. First of all, I can't get you to vote unless you're registered. I can't get you to register unless you're enlightened. I can't enlighten you unless you're educated. The problem is we stop educating and enlightening and we spend all of our attention just trying to get somebody registered.
That's right.
Register because, if I don't see the value, I have to now explain to you why. People come to me all the time. Man, I hear you talking about voting. Why should I vote? I go, what's the one thing you care about? Man, what you mean? Well, you obviously care about something. What do you care about?
It's rooted in politics, whatever it is.
Whatever the issue is. And but see, I force them, no. What do you care about? Then they go,
money.
So then they throw it out. Okay.
School.
And so then when they unpack it, then I'm like, okay, let me explain to you how this federal race impacts the one thing you care about. Then they'll go, damn, I ain't never thought about it like that. Because no one has walked them through. We don't have civics classes like we used to. We're not walking people through who they don't understand what city council does, county government does, what the DA does. Look, it was only in the last 5 to 8 years that people now understand the power of the district attorney. Why do you think all of a sudden we started electing progressive district attorneys? Because people were being educated and taught. That is what is desperately needed. And so that's one of the reasons why for my show, we literally use the show to walk folks through teaching, educating. I've had more people come up to me who say, bruh, man, I ain't know nothing about this stuff. But watching now, I understand it because we're taking the time to do it. You can't just say go register. If Democrats were smart, and I've said this to civil rights groups, I've said it to all Divine Nine, we should be starting right now on a massive national education plan for 2024. You cannot wait to June of 2024 or
Especially
September.
With the reordering of the presidential primary.
Yeah, you have to, because again, you need people to understand the long-term implications of what's about to happen. Do you realize right now in Florida, right now, they are considering a bill that could potentially eliminate all black fraternities and sororities from public universities?
Absolutely.
Right now.
Absolutely.
It passed out of the committee in the House. Already passed. Now the Senate bill is totally different. That thing is being considered right now. When you look at what the tax on DEI, now Florida did it. Now Texas is doing it. North Carolina doing it. Removing DEI from all of the job listings as well. Understand what their strategy is. Their strategy, which I lay out in my book, White Fear. Their strategy is a 50 to 100 year strategy. We're talking next year. No, they're talking the next 50 years.
That's right.
So that means that if you have, how old is your daughter?
Which one? I got 4, but the oldest one is 21. The youngest one is 1.
Okay. That means they want to impact your youngest daughter when she's having her 50th.
Yeah, my youngest is 1. Yeah, absolutely.
I want you to think about that. They want to impact your daughter when she's having her 50th birthday. That's how they are operating. That's the agenda that they are executing. So I'm yelling from the rooftops, Black America, wake up to understand what they are trying to do. It is not the next 2 years or 4 years. They want to cement power and control for the next 50 years. So if we shift, yes, those numbers and go from 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 to 70, now all of a sudden, game totally changes, and they're going to look up and went, what the hell? They turned out at 70%? Yeah, because numbers don't lie. DeSantis would not be governor. If black people had voted at 65% of our numbers, DeSantis never becomes governor.
All right, we got more with Roland Martin. When we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Miss Pat is here, our guest host. We're still kicking it with Roland Martin. Charlamagne?
With the Democratic Party approving the reordering of the 24 presidential primary, how do you see that empowering more black voters?
Well, first off, whenever the presidential election comes around, it was always Iowa, New Hampshire. Ain't no black people there. Mm-hmm. There are very few. I mean, I've spoken in Iowa. I won't say there's no black people there. I've spoken to the NAACP in Iowa. There are black people there, but the numbers are very small. So the reality is white interests are placed ahead of everything else. Mm-hmm. Now, all of a sudden, because African Americans dominate the Democratic Party in South Carolina, you are going to have to be talking about the things that we actually care about. So that is a change. But here's the problem. In the last election, there was a significant drop off of black turnout in South Carolina. Massive dropout. So what has to happen is black people in South Carolina are going to have to become far more engaged. Again, it's turnout.
But people you have a big audience with your network. They're engaged with you because of the words that are coming out of your mouth. Shouldn't more emphasis be on the actual Democrats to get people engaged? Why do we always do that to the voters? Like, oh, go out there and vote, Because no, shouldn't Democrats be doing things to energize people?
They should, but what I'm not going to do is wait on somebody else to save me if I can throw somebody a life vest.
But see, when you feel like when they don't save you, now you feel like you don't need them.
Yeah, but here's the deal,
so why go vote?
Here's the deal, though, because somebody going to win. You can hate both of them. One of them are going to win. Period. Mm-hmm. Now, I have to decide, okay, of the 2 people or the 3 people or the 4 or the 5, who do I want or who can I potentially talk to or try to get something from? That's what I have to decide. I don't care who it is, which now means I got to now make a decision. All right? And I can say, man, I don't like my decision. Again, somebody is going to win. I now have to say, what are my interests? Mm-hmm. And then what are my interests now means who can I get a meeting with? Who can I put pressure on? What are the pressure points? If a Republican wins, I literally have no pressure points because they ain't talking to me anyway. If a Democrat wins, I've got pressure points if I use them. See, the problem is we go, I voted, cool, I'm out, I'll see you later. No. I got to be in that person's face. I got to be right there.
That's true.
I got to be, and let them know I'm coming for you.
The only way they're ever going to really move, and I'm never going to discourage anybody from sitting out elections, but the only way they're ever going to really move is if one year no black people show up and they end up losing. But we can't afford to do that. No. So how do you push them?
You push them because, first of all, remember, there are primaries.
Because you said, they need us.
But here's the first thing. Yeah. There are primaries. Mm-hmm. So the question is, who are we supporting in the primary? Remember, you're not just always just accepting whoever runs. Mm-hmm. There are options. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. All these people who were yelling, man, why we got the old guy Biden? I'm sorry. Y'all asses were real silent when Corey was running, when Kamala was running. There were choices.
A lot of black people like Bernie, but then people told us, no, Bernie can't win.
Well, first of all, it's not they told us Bernie can't win. Folk didn't vote for Senator Sanders. Mm-hmm. That's just what happened. Again, they didn't vote for Senator Cory Booker. They didn't vote for Senator Kamala Harris. That's what happened there. Mm-hmm. It simply comes down to engage. I'm simply saying for us, the reality is, I don't care who you are. If you check out of anything, no one will pay you any attention.
But what do you think about his age? What do you think about Biden's age and people saying
they knew his ass was old last time?
Early signs of they knew his ass was old. But you didn't see the early signs of alleged dementia.
First of all, right there, alleged dementia. I ain't look. I got no report. I got none of that. Bottom line is, look, he's there. And let me tell you something. The reason I'm not sitting there tripping, it's a bunch of old people right now who are United States senators. It's a bunch of old people in the House. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of old people right now. Where somebody listen to me right now. It's an old ass person who's your county commissioner, who's your city councilman. Mm-hmm. And this is why I tell all of my millennial and Gen Z followers, if you vote your numbers, you can change the game. But if you sit in your ass at home and people say, oh yeah, they increased their numbers yes, they did increase the numbers in 2022. But I'm saying vote your numbers. Millennials and Gen Zs can change every political office in America if they actually vote their numbers. The same thing I'm saying to black people. You vote 68, 70, 75%, you can sweep elections because we know how other folks are going to vote. That's what it boils down to. You have to vote your numbers. Use your power. If you are sitting home on election day, you're not using your power, and it's going to waste.
Before we get out of here, man, you had a great idea. This was, I don't remember how long ago this was, but I heard you say this out loud. I don't know if you said it publicly yet, about what you would like to see happen with the president and the vice president in terms of black media. I think you said you wanted to put together a black media.
What needs to happen is that they should do, just like Biden met with the main TV anchors, and they mostly all white other than Lester Holt, then they need to do one with black-owned media. Black journalists who work in mainstream media, they might bring up the debt ceiling. Black people didn't bring up debt ceiling. That's not the issue we're going to be bringing up, okay? So it needs to be black-owned media. That needs to happen. I've made that perfectly clear. And again, there are folks in the White House who ain't happy because I did, and I really don't care. That's what I'm supposed to do. I am going to advocate for black-owned media. That ain't never changed in my entire life. I push city council. Look, I've cussed out many a black politician who ignored black-owned media. You advertising everywhere else, but then you don't spin with black-owned media. I'm like, no, that ain't happened. And so, yeah, I've had some choice words for a few people.
And congrats on the NAACP award.
No, we didn't win. We lost.
I know, but the nomination. I mean,
it was cool.
And the one thing people wonder is, like, does Roland ever sit down at events?
Okay.
Or you just wander the room?
No. See, no, I work the room. See, that's people understand.
Okay.
When you at the Image Awards, most people are literally in one location. So I'm a journalist.
You got him.
So when I get up, like, look, 2 years ago, hey, Issa Rae. And I was like, yo, Issa, I said, hit your text. She said, oh, no, that's an old number. Boom, new number. Dude, I'm working. Soon as they go to commercial break, I'm up. Boom, boom, boom. Number, email. I go take a seat.
That's what Khaled does. Straight up. That's Khaled. Word up.
Doc, that's how I'm going to work it. I will work every single room. And if I go to an event and I have not walked away with somebody's phone number, I wasted my time going to that event.
There you go. Damn.
That's work, baby.
That's real.
Roland Martin, ladies and gentlemen.
Make sure you check out Roland Martin Unfiltered, the Black Star Network.
That's right.
And give.
That's right.
Donate. Where they can donate at, Roland?
It'll be easy. Checks and money orders, P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. And I got a lot of black people who still send check and money orders. They don't trust nothing else. But Cash App is $RM Unfiltered, PayPal or Martin Unfiltered, Venmo RM Unfiltered, Zelle Roland at RolandSMartin.com, Roland at RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can tell I can do that every single day. So,
I see, I can tell.
Yeah,
Right.
every day.
Well, it's Roland Martin, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Breakfast Club.
Drop the knowledge.
Roland Martin. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Miss Pat here, our co-host. And let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Jussie Smollett.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
on the Breakfast Club.
All right, you guys remember Jussie Smollett and the incident that happened alleged incident that happened out in Chicago, right, with the two African brothers?
I don't know if you even got to say alleged no more. I think it was proven that it didn't happen.
That man
At
got
least in
out
the
of
court of
jail
law.
after he was sentenced to 20 years, so it's allegedly.
He got sentenced to 20 years?
I don't know.
No.
What you talking about? Like, what?
He went to jail and he got out, so evidently he wasn't guilty. Allegedly, like you said.
Wait a minute now. I thought that he was found guilty.
I think but he didn't do no time. He did like a day or something.
Yeah.
Well, the two brothers, Bola and Ola, are speaking out about the event and what actually happened.
I thought he was a good actor, but I also was thinking that this guy's a fraud. This guy's really sitting here just lying to these people, lying through his teeth, and not caring. I think he shed a tear.
And I want a little gay boy who might watch this to see that I fought back.
This dude crazy, man.
Y'all crazy too.
He shed a tear, man. This dude wild.
Bola and Ola, we don't care. All right, y'all can't crucify that man after y'all helped him perpetuate the lie.
But didn't they also was like lovers or something?
They got massages. I thought.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, they said that. They said one of the brothers and Jussie Smollett were allegedly.
Hold on, I thought all of them put this plan together. I thought all of them did this
allegedly
together.
they did, but I think they were in some type of relationship.
Oh, y'all keep saying allegedly. I thought this
I don't know
happened.
if they was in a relationship or not. I don't want to put them brothers in a relationship.
I'm
That's
talking
what
about,
she just asked.
I'm talking about the fact that all of them did this together. How you gonna call me a liar and say I'm crazy, but you helped me with the lie and help me with my crazy?
Well, she was asking if they were in a relationship.
Was Olaf with a part of wasn't they in a relationship?
I don't know if it was Ola or Bola, and I don't know how far it went.
I don't know nothing about this.
Somebody played on Frozen.
Shut up, man.
Well, this is them describing the incident, how they were supposed to do it.
Then we started tussling, moving around, and then I threw him to the ground. He wanted it to look like he fought back. That was very important for him, because he said, hey, don't just beat my ass. Make it look like I'm fighting back and whatnot. So we did that. After I threw him to the ground, I used my knuckle and gave him a noogie. Why did I do that? To give him a scar, to give him a mark, to make it look real, like he really did get his ass beat. After I did that, I fake kicked him. I don't know what he was doing. I wasn't paying attention.
That's where I came around with the bleach, the infamous bleach in the hot sauce bottle, poured it on his shirt. Then I finally put the rope around his face. I did not put it around his neck. I just placed it on his face, and that's when we took off.
Bola and Ola have zero room to criticize Jussie Smollett. You helped him do all of this. Whatever you say about Jussie, you have to say about yourself. If Jussie crazy, then y'all crazy. If Jussie was lying, then y'all was lying. Knock it off.
Better let it go.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Why even bring this back up? Like they so innocent.
What's a nookie?
As you get like your little middle finger, it's usually to the like that, but he did it to his eye, so it would leave a mark.
Oh, so he just took his. What?
Remember when your eyelash fell off earlier and how it looked? That's how it looked when you give somebody a nookie.
Go to hell, okay?
Now, also, Sierra seems like she's getting a little backlash because of the dress she wore at the Oscars.
That was not a dress.
It was totally see-through. Did you see it?
Of course I seen it. You seen it too, and you still staring at the picture.
No, I'm explaining. So they said she posed for pictures, and she was absolutely, completely naked. They said she had nothing but gloves, a thong, and nipple covers on. People were like, you have 3 kids and a husband. How could you wear that? You're disrespecting Russell. This is embarrassing to Russell. Y'all just were in prison praying for people. So they were saying all that.
Mercy,
that's what happened to you when you leave prison. Make you get naked.
Lord have mercy.
Why? You know, it's always people.
Yes.
I say do what you want to do.
I agree,
it's
man.
always people who ain't shaped like Sierra that's complaining. I saw Sierra picture and I said, if her husband allowed, keep strolling.
Mm-hmm.
I mind my business.
Mm-hmm.
It's always somebody who eat Chick-fil-A like me round the clock and ain't got no husband. These hoes ain't even got no husband and want to tell us what to do. Mind your business, you lonely crabs.
Jesus.
You ain't lying.
I mean, they always just come and lead these. First of all, you can't even walk down Sierra Street without getting arrested. So why are you even commenting on what she wear? If Russell was right there with her, so if he allowed her to wear it, it's all right by me. I wish I could look like that. I look like that in the 6th grade. Been a long time.
Yeah, I think sometimes needless criticism comes from a place of jealousy and envy.
Of course.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's always broke people talking about rich people.
Yeah, if Russell's fine with it, that's their relationship. Who are we to poke at?
Or like Pat said, out of shape people that's bad built. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it looked cold in that building to me. I was just worried about her sneezing because, you know, it's COVID out here. But if she held back her sneezing and didn't get nobody sick, where's here? Girl, you look good. I mean, I don't know what size your underwear is because them things were like hair bows to me.
All right, well, that is your rumor report. Who you giving that donkey to, man?
For after the hour, we need a lady named Madison Crowley to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with her. She don't know how to keep a secret.
Okay. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your company has goals this year. Find the right people to help you achieve them with ZipRecruiter, where 4 out of 5 employers get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast. That's ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast.
This don't be a donkey, because right now you want some real donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the heat.
Did she get donkey today? Please tell me.
I have become Donkey of the Day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
We're donkeys.
Yes, Donkey today for Wednesday, March 15th goes to a young lady named Madison Crowley. She is from the birthplace of Miss Pat, Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, shorty. And according to the NY Post, she got a tattoo for her soon-to-be husband. That's right, Madison is getting married soon, and to celebrate her groom, she got a new tattoo. Would you like to hear more about it? Well, she discussed it on TikTok. Let's listen.
I'm getting a secret tattoo for my fiance, and he doesn't know about it. Obviously, it's a secret. We're getting married in 11 days, and he's going to find out on the wedding day about the secret tattoo, so let's go get it. Okay, guys, it's done. It happened. As you can see in those past clips, I am obsessed with it. I love it so much. It's gonna be a little bit harder to take care of than like I realized because it's like literally on my butt, and I'm hiding it from him for the next 11 days. So that's gonna be fun and interesting, and like wearing leggings and stuff with like this big band-aid on my thing. But I hope he loves it.
Now, DJ Envy, Miss Pat, y'all are smart people. Tell me why she's getting donkey today.
I don't know. She got a tattoo of her fiance on her butt. But she can't give him none because it's sore back there. And it's going to need Vaseline. So why are you giving a donkey of the day?
Envy?
I think either it's the wrong name or they didn't go through with the marriage.
He cross-eyed it.
Play it one more time, Red. Play it one more time, please.
I'm getting a secret tattoo for my fiance, and
okay,
he
stop
doesn't know
right
about
there.
it, obviously.
Stop right there.
Secret tattoo.
She got a tattoo for her groom. It's supposed to be a secret. His initial. That she wants to surprise him
put
with.
it on the internet.
Duh, Lord have mercy.
Oh my God, Envy, you slow?
Just Envy, y'all on the same bus. All right. Jesus Christ.
Envy, you slow.
She's already shown it to TikTok. All right, I'm completely flabbergasted, y'all.
He might not be on social media.
That's
Wait
right.
a minute.
He might not be on social media.
My husband ain't on social media.
Her husband ain't on social media.
Yeah, so you get the donkey.
You get there, you donkey.
You know, that was one of her replies to one of the commenters. She said, my fiance doesn't have TikTok. Well, guess what, Madison? I don't got TikTok either. Okay? You know? But I saw this on the NewYorkPost.com. Does the man not have the internet, period? Huh? This story is on the Breakfast Club now.
You know what? I'm going to say this. If he a thug, and what if he can't read?
He might be blind.
Man, shut up, man. Shut up, man. No, okay. I don't know what world we live in anymore. Okay, when I think I wake up and I live in a certain dimension, but when I go online, I'm actually getting feeds from another dimension because this is not the earth that I grew up on. It can't be. Okay, I grew up in the 1900s. Okay, when you was trying to surprise somebody, you didn't tell nobody unless it was for a surprise party. Other than that, you kept it to yourself, and then boom, you surprised your significant other.
Well, she didn't say when he had to be surprised. He was surprised when he found it on the New York News.
No, she actually did say. Play the other part, Red.
I definitely did have doggy in mind when I got this tattoo. It's going to be amazing, but my fiance and I haven't had sex yet. We are waiting until marriage, so it's going to be a nice little spicy secret surprise.
She's been hiding it. She wanted to wait until the night after the night of the wedding, after they were married, and he was hitting it doggy style, and then he was going to see it, Miss Pat.
Oh, that's who Doggy is? Been a long time for Doggy for me. I thought she had done bought him a dog too. I said, damn, she got him a tattoo and a dog. She was trying to surprise him.
That was a sex position. Remember that position back in the day?
Ooh, I can't do it now. I get dizzy.
Jesus. Oh, man. Hey, man. Some donkey today just sell themselves. Please give Madison Crowley the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw.
Why a donkey had to be so long?
What do you mean? It's the Hamilton singing.
I'm just saying.
And the wedding gonna be in 4 days, y'all.
Oh, they got 4 more days.
4 more days.
And he still don't know the tattoo.
I
back
guarantee
there.
you he know. He all in the New York Post right now. They got his picture in the New York Post and
They
everything.
got his picture?
Yeah, they got his picture. Let me show you his picture.
Girl,
Hold
you
on.
stupid.
That's the whole point of Donkey of the Day, man. Hold on.
Young people can't keep no secret.
They cannot keep no
She
damn
wanna hang
secret.
out with them people who just as Smollett know.
What race is she?
Caucasian.
She was Caucasian?
Yes, she was.
Oh, she probably married a black man. Don't nobody look at they social media.
No, he white. I can't even find the
What are you
story.
looking up?
I was looking for the stories. I can show y'all the pictures.
Was she pretty?
Huh?
If you gotta say huh, that means that she was pretty.
What happened? No, I mean she white.
What?
I mean, I don't know. She look like. Here she go. There she go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to them.
Congratulations, girl.
He should surprise her with a tattoo on his ass.
You know
They
the
should have
good-
matching tattoos.
Good part about it, she ain't got to add no ink to his face.
Cause he got a beard.
No, because he white and her booty white.
Man, shut up.
All right. When we come back, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Now, we talked earlier about this restaurant in Pennsylvania. They had some drinks that they named Negro and Caucasian. and the employees were pissed off about it that they decided to have a walkout. Can we you got the news report? No news report? All right. So what would you do in that situation? 800-585-1051. You work at a restaurant. The owner starts these new drinks, one called Caucasian and one called Negro.
If I worked there, what would I do?
Yes.
Because some of the employees walked out?
Yes.
We talk about it.
We're going to talk about it when we come back. 800-585-1051. Now, we don't know what the Negro drink is, nor do we know what the Caucasian. I think the Caucasian is a white Russian.
Caucasian was supposed to be a play off of White Russian.
And the Negro was what?
I don't think they even had the Negro drink.
Apple cider and Kool-Aid.
Man, shut up.
We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host, Miss Pat. She's joining us this morning. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about this restaurant in Pennsylvania. Some of the employees walked out because they thought the names of the drinks were disrespectful, all right? So one of the names were Caucasian, which is a white Russian, and they were going to call a drink a Negro. Now, we don't know what the Negro drink is. We don't know what's in it. I have no clue. But the employees walked out. So we're asking, what would you have done in that situation? Miss Pat.
Ask what was in the Negro.
All right, so let's say it was, I don't know, dark liquor and with a little watermelon on it.
Well,
Man, shut up. Y'all just making up stuff.
I don't know why black people scared of watermelon. White people eat watermelon too.
Watermelon is a symbol of freedom.
I mean, but it's good. So I take a drink with a watermelon if it's pretty good and it's got top shelf because I don't drink a lot. So
you wouldn't be mad at the Negro?
I mean, it's a restaurant with drinks names. Come on, this world is too damn sensitive. No, I'm not mad. You ain't calling me no Negro.
No, okay. Charlamagne?
I'm with Miss Pat. My sensitivity meter is not set to 10, so I'm not the person to ask about this. But the answer to me is I probably wouldn't quit. Like, Negro is the word used to describe.
It's on your birth certificate.
I don't know if it's on your birth certificate.
Yes, it's on my birth certificate. I was born in 72. Look at your race.
Mine say black boy male.
No, it don't. It say Negro.
No.
What year was you born, Charlamagne?
1978.
Or you a little bit after me. They had changed it. I'm 72 Negro.
Now, it might be though.
Mine says black African American, I thought.
No, Negro.
What year was you born?
Mine says black.
Same years around Charlamagne?
Yeah, well, see, I'm 50. I'm a little older than you guys. Mine say Negro. And my granddaddy said the ER.
And those aren't slurs, though. Like, Negro is the word used to describe black people of black African heritage. Caucasian is white-skinned of European origin, fresh out the Caucasus Mountains. So I don't.
Now, if they'd said the ER drink, I would back up off the ER drink.
If it said nigga juice and cracker punch, nigga punch, cracker punch, that's different. You know what I mean?
Not if you mix it together, because it become a biracial thing and it'd be better.
Call it the Obama then. By the way, they have those. You can go to restaurants and order the Obama.
I don't think I like the Negro drink.
Why not?
Because I just feel funny. Like you got white people at the bar. Give me 3 Negroes. It just feel funny.
Well, I can see that. They ain't gonna holler out like
3 Negroes on rocks.
They gonna be like 3 Negroes. They not gonna holler at it.
You got any Negroes today?
But Negro is not on the same level as the N word. Negro has never been a slur.
I don't know. I just don't feel right to me.
If it was called the colored. You know what I'm saying? That's different. Or the coon.
So how would you feel if a black person's at the bar saying, I take 4 of them crackers and some crackers to eat at the bar?
That's a good. If it was called the Caucasian and the darkies, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Just the
Caucasian and the spooks. You know what I mean? That's different. But Negro, that don't really bother me like that.
I don't know.
I get what you're saying, though. I get how you can hear some white people saying that and be like, what the hell are they saying?
But they're in a place where they are, it's drinks.
Yeah.
The world is too damn sensitive, okay? My problem is, do you got the money for the Negro?
And what state is this?
Pennsylvania.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
There's restaurants here in New York. I won't say their names because we love these establishments, but they have meals called the Obama. Even in Atlanta, they got meals called the Obama, and it's like chicken and waffles. Even though chicken is also a symbol of freedom. But does that offend y'all?
I don't know. The Negroes just sound, I don't know. Let me get the Obama. Just sounds cool.
And the Obama's dark meat and white meat to represent his biracial.
Shut up, no, it's not. Shantae, good morning, man.
Good morning.
Oh, you not Shantae. What's your name, bro?
How you know this ain't Shantae? It's 2023. You better cut it out in me.
You right. You right. What's your name?
My name's Joe.
Okay, Joe.
Hey,
What's your thoughts, Joe?
I'm doing all right. I listen to you guys every morning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. What you think?
Yeah, you guys literally brighten my day every morning. But about this topic you guys are talking about this drink.
Yes, the Negro and the Caucasian drink. Does this offend you?
You know, I'm Puerto Rican and Italian, and it's 2023. We should all, basically look at it as it shouldn't be a racial thing.
I'm gonna
no
be
more.
honest with you. You have no say in this conversation, sir.
I was thinking
it's
that.
called Negro and Caucasian. I don't want to hear from a Puerto Rican and Italian.
But what would the Puerto Rican drink be called?
I don't know.
Hello, who's this?
This is Shauna.
Hey, Shauna. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, so we're asking, the Negro drink. Do you got a problem with that?
First of all, I want to know, is the owner black or white?
It's probably white.
Yeah, I have a problem with that.
But they have a Caucasian drink too.
They have a Caucasian drink too, but Charlamagne, they're from the A432, so you know how we feel about those type of situations.
Absolutely.
That's not cool at all.
I mean, what about the restaurants where you go in and they pay the waitress to be rude to you?
They
cuss
do?
you out. Yeah, it's a restaurant where they cuss you out. They
like the bitch restaurant and
yeah, so it's no different. People, you know what you getting when you go to this establishment.
Yeah.
So if they walk in, they call you a B or whatever, you pay for that. Then they got a restaurant, you go in there, all the lights are cut off. So it's what you, if you walk into
restaurant with all the lights cut off?
That's that restaurant Diplo went at. He ain't know when Diplo. That's what you talking about, Miss Pat. Diplo.
That's the one earlier called. He said he doesn't know if a man gives him oral, it's not gay.
Oh yeah, him. They don't look down.
Yeah, he
so
don't look down.
people pay for that rudeness.
Yeah, but I don't know about the Negro thing. Call us up right now. What do you think? 800-585-1051. There's a restaurant, I should say, out in Pennsylvania that is naming a couple of drinks. One is called Caucasian, and the other one is called the Negro. Now, the employees walked out. How do you feel about it? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. And your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Miss Pat here. She's our guest host. And we're asking, there's a restaurant out in Pennsylvania that is naming two drinks, Caucasian and Negro. Now, the employees are pissed off. They're walking out. And we're asking, what are your thoughts? Hello, who's this?
Oh, hey, this is TJ.
Hey, TJ.
Hey,
good morning.
TJ.
What would you do in that situation, TJ?
Good
What's your
morning.
thoughts?
I'd walk out. I would have been walked out. I believe we have, and I'm biracial. My mother's Hispanic. My father is black. But we have to stand up. That is just, it's wrong. It's completely wrong. They're disrespecting us, and it's not tolerable. Like,
can you tell me what's wrong?
we don't even need to spend our money in there.
I mean, I just want to know, what's offensive about Caucasian and Negro? I didn't know those were slurs all of a sudden.
I don't want no one to address me like that. Negro.
But it's on my birth certificate, and I was born in 72. And nobody's calling nobody a Negro. It's the name of a drink. And we was just saying there's restaurants out there that be rude to you. They have different names. I mean, I went to a restaurant in Houston, and they had the Obama meal at the breakfast house. At the Breakfast Club, the restaurant there.
Yeah.
So if white people walk in and say, I don't want a meal called a breakfast, Obama. I just want chicken and waffle, whatever, grits and eggs.
Yeah.
I just think we're too sensitive as people. I mean, it's a bar.
And the word Negro, I mean, we don't use it in our everyday vernacular now, but back in the 60s, they used to use it all the time. You go listen to all the old MLK Jr. speeches, that's how he was referring to black people, like the Negro in the Constitution, the Negro in the American Dream. The Negro is part of, a huge community who seek new freedom in every area of life. These are MLK Jr.'s words.
And this was before we became black people.
I don't know.
Hello, who's this?
I don't know.
Hello?
Yo,
Hey,
Charlamagne the Guy, DJ Envy. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
brother? We can
now.
hear
What's
you.
your thought, brother?
Good morning.
Man, me personally, man, we would have been fighting up in that motherfucking short.
I'm so confused, man. I'm not saying that y'all wrong. I don't know when Negro became a slur.
It's not the word Negro. It's just the fact and the principle that he can do that, and the black person gonna be okay with that. Would you be okay with that?
Well, there's a Negro drink and there's a Caucasian drink. If it was just a Negro drink and we were singled out, I would probably be like, what is up with this? But being that there was a Caucasian drink.
Look, white or black. If I'm a white person, I'm gonna be, offended as well. So it plays on both sides.
Why would you be offended about an actual word? Or like Caucasian means white-skinned people of
it's
European
a drink.
origin.
And they're known for making these types of names for their drinks. I wouldn't have been offended. Now I would have been offended if the Negro only had gin in it and the Caucasian had better alcohol. Then I would want to fight.
Amber, good morning.
Good morning.
How you feeling?
I'm great. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
How are you, Amber?
Hey, Amber.
What do you think about the Negro and Caucasian drink?
I think first off, we have to, understand that these people chose not to do this during Black History Month, first of all. Second of all, I feel like...
It ain't Black History Month no more.
You said, yes, sir?
It's March.
I know, I'm saying they didn't do this during Black History Month.
Oh, got you.
Negro drink.
Got you.
They have enough sense not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, these days, everything is about going viral and getting that attention. I feel like they just did that to... maybe get that certain notoriety, but didn't take into consideration, their employees or how anyone else would take it. I feel like this is the world, that we live in these days.
True.
All right. Well, thank you, Mama.
Hey, I just Googled Caucasian cocktail. Well, actually, I Googled Caucasian drink. Mm-hmm. And when you Google it, it's a recipe, the Caucasian cocktail recipe. There's a bunch of them. There's another drink called the Dude's Caucasian.
What's the Negro? Did you Google the Negro drink?
I didn't Google the Negro, but the Caucasian drink is you fill a glass full of ice, pour in 2 shots of vodka and 3 shots of Kahlua, top off with milk. Oh my God. I'm lactose intolerant.
It gotta stay white. Whoa. Now go and do the Negro drink.
That's called the Caucasian cocktail. I'm gonna Google the Negro drink.
It's Kahlua, not Kahlua.
What I said?
I don't know what you said.
Kool-Aid.
Negro drink. Let me see.
You said Kool-Aid.
They have one called the Negroni, but it's not Negro.
No.
I don't even know what a Negroni is, and let me see why it's called a Negroni. It's called a Negroni. It's borrowed from Italians, named after a count named Camillo Negroni, who asked for its creation. And it's made out of gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari.
I don't know what that is. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is I don't know when Negro and Caucasian became slurs, but I mean, if y'all want to be mad, y'all can be mad.
Yeah, I don't like the Negro drink. Before Negroes on rocks, I don't like that.
I mean, if I'm in there and I see it on the menu, and that's something that they do every week. That's what the restaurant do. I wouldn't get mad. It's the same way you go to the rude restaurant. I personally probably wouldn't go there, but I'm not gonna get mad because that's their theme this month. Okay. Some people like themes and they go get it.
That's right.
Hey.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got your rumor report. We'll tell you who just had a baby and who's in a new relationship. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
Well, at least I am. The verdict's still out on Envy.
I'm black.
Give me a high five.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Miss Pat here, our guest host. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Spice.
Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the rumor report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes, on the Breakfast Club.
We got to say congratulations to Spice. She is pregnant. Now, you know Spice, a dancehall artist. She was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She announced yesterday she posted a picture. She's glowing. She looks happy. And she posted, God has been so good to me. So congratulations to Spice.
We wish her a healthy birth.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Spice.
Healthy pregnancy, all that good stuff.
Yes. Now we got to say new couple alert. It seems like French Montana is dating Ruby Rose. They were saying,
man, you should have gave that one to Miss Pat to say.
Seeing going into Mr. Chow. So congratulations to French Montana and Ruby Rose if it's true.
That's the tea. And be spilling that tea right now. You saw it for yourself?
Yeah, they had TMZ was taking pictures and stuff like that when they were walking in.
Okay.
Well, how do TMZ know they weren't out just picking up takeoffs for different people?
No, they went in there together. He put his arm around her as they walked inside.
Oh, a new relationship.
Yeah, so congratulations to them.
Don't put your arm around me and they'll accuse us of being in a relationship because we going to eat Mr. Chow.
Now, also, Amanda Seales, shout out to Amanda Seales. She was on the Jason Lee show, and she was talking about Kamala Harris and how she felt about Kamala Harris supporting our community.
You know, when Kamala said this ain't a racist country, she lost me, and she ain't got me back yet.
Do you think that was her speaking to the hopes of not wanting to live in a racist America?
She can't do that.
Right.
We have a country that was 1,000% built on the foundation of racism that now legislators are trying to pretend didn't happen and are getting that through and doing it on an education level and on a DEI level. In my opinion, as particularly not just as vice president, but as the first black woman vice president, and who got there and who got this man elected largely in part because black women like myself were like, do what we always do, let's show up. You can't get in there in that position and then make such an egregiously false statement.
I mean, Amanda isn't wrong. I understand politically why, Vice President Harris wouldn't say that because they don't want to piss off those center-right white swing voters. But the reality is when you in a time where people are actually going into grocery stores, like Amanda said, and, killing black people intentionally, you should be able to say that, yes.
This is racist.
That's racist. We live in a country that is full of racism.
Now, we have the actual when Kamala Harris said it, right, when she responded?
I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today.
Yeah, and Amanda's, like you said, she's not wrong. She's absolutely positively right.
She biracial, so she was speaking on her white side. The vice president, ain't she biracial?
Yes. Oh, Kamala Harris?
Yes, she is.
So she, sometimes that white.
She's not white though. I think it's black and Indian, right?
Yes,
ain't
black
no
and Indian. I thought it was
Yes, it
Indian.
is.
Yeah, it's not Indian. It's not a white.
I believe it is. Yeah.
Well, she ain't biracial. She just black. All black people say they Cherokees.
My goodness.
My mom was a Cherokee, and she smoked weed.
Yeah, but you don't always have to be politically correct in regards to issues.
Not when it's
of
obvious,
race.
especially when it's obvious.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
you got racially motivated shootings happening in this country and other racially motivated things. You can call that out.
Correct.
And you can call out the systemic racism in this country. You can absolutely do that.
Correct. All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Miss Pat, we appreciate you hanging with us the last couple of days. And tell them about your tour, because you're going on tour.
Yes, I'm going on tour. It's called Your Girl Done Made It, y'all. Go to MissPatComedy.com. All tickets are on sale now. And, hey, make sure you check out my podcast at The Pat Down. And also, I have season 3 streaming now on BET Plus, baby. Y'all over there killing BET. Keep doing a good job so I can buy the better wigs and chapstick for me and my friend Charlamagne.
Yeah, salute to BET. BET cooking right now.
That's right. I was going to ask, when you do your comedy, your stand-up, do you still get nervous or no?
No, I don't get nervous.
Not at all? It's natural.
Usually I be done just woke up out the back, at the back of the green room.
Take a nap?
Yeah, I always take a nap. So no, I don't get nervous. I know what I'm doing. I do it every night.
Gotcha.
Now, and I'm the worst person that you can holler out at.
What you mean?
That'll change the whole show. Don't heckle me.
Because you go right back at him?
Oh, my God. I'm the mustard kid at school. I have all them flashbacks. I'm going to drag you till you dig your mama up. And this is what they always say. You fat. I am fat, but I can lose weight, but you can't do nothing about that ugly ass face you got.
You're not fat, though, Miss Pat. I don't know why you keep saying that. Yeah,
I'm thick.
Man.
I'm fat and I'm black between the legs.
Like in the hood, you Big Pat. Big Pat.
You ain't going to say it coming no Big Pat.
No, but that's not fat, though, is what I'm saying. Like, you're not fat.
Don't look at me.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I try to look at you to get help. Don't look at me.
I'm just saying, she's not fat, man.
I'm thick. But that's what they usually say. Because I'm not ugly. I mean, I'm happy.
Right.
And usually the ones who holler, I can't get. I've been married 31 years. I'm happy.
That's right.
It's all about happiness. You don't see fatness, you see happiness.
Happiness. You beautiful.
I don't take no blood pressure medication.
That's right.
I'm happy.
There you go.
I take my wig off like you take your pants off. So
and I read
good.
your book. That's what they used to call you, Big Rabbit.
Ain't nobody call me Big.
What do you keep saying?
Y'all ain't never read Miss Pat book, Rabbit?
She just said you ain't called it.
They call me Rabbit. I'm gonna take that King Tuck chair and beat you down in the studio with that King Tuck chair. Cause you need to get in one of these black chairs because you look very small in that chair, Charlamagne.
Jesus. All right. Well, that is your rumor report. When we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. Get your request in. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Some People Have Real Problems by Britt Bennett. Tessa Thompson plays a conflicted woman who imagines living a totally different life. Start listening when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at the Home of Storytelling, audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Hey everybody, it's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Miss Pat here, our guest host.
Miss Pat in here selling out shows, got everybody tuning in to BET Plus.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to make a move, trying to make a difference. And thank you guys for allowing me to do that on your platform this week.
Well, anytime you in town or you want to come on up, pull on up.
Well,
what?
I don't know if that's the case.
Why?
Can you do that?
Charlamagne.
Miss Pat can come up to promote anything, anytime.
I love Miss Pat. I love having her up here.
And I love being here.
There you go.
And then you do a party?
I do a party called a fan appreciation party. Well, I call it a crack baby
party.
party.
Cut it out.
Crack baby party.
I
call my fans the crack baby. The same way Beyonce called her fan the Beehive, but she ain't never sold no honey. I have sold crack. Don't that make a lot of sense? So I decided we always take as artists, you know, but we give our performance. So I started it last year where I said, hey, let me do something for you guys. So I got everybody together if you wanted to be a part, and they came down to Atlanta. It was over 600 and some people.
Okay.
And then I even had transportation to and from the hotel.
Oh, that's dope.
To make sure that these fans from out of town were taken care of if they was drinking. So this year, the second one also is October the 14th, and it's called the Miss Pat Day in Atlanta. So the tickets are on sale now at Ebright. You can go to my website at misspatcomedy.com and get your tickets because they're going fast. And I think it's going to be about 800 of us. And it's a 2-day event.
Okay.
It's a podcast, and then there's a podcast brunch, and then there's also the big party. Just to say, I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting me and doing what I do.
And Miss Pat don't play. My homie Kay Jackson pulled up because, you know, she has a wine collection called The Random Wine, a black woman-owned wine company. And Miss Pat said, hey, I need some wine for my party.
There you go.
Immediately, she said she needed wine for her party. You a drink, right, Jimmy? Okay.
Yeah, I need to E40. I drunk some of your wine the other day too while we talking.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to E40.
Man, boy, don't nobody Instagram page make me hungry like E40.
E40.
And see, I can't eat none of E40. E40 page and that Trail Burger page, and I can't eat none of it because I'm trying to get my cholesterol down. My cholesterol came down too. It was at 139. It's at 100 right now.
Nobody know what a regular cholesterol is, but I didn't even know that was E40 wine.
You didn't?
And I posted it, and he tagged me. I was like, wait a minute, E40 from back in the day? This your wine?
Yes.
It was good too.
E40 got all types of stuff. E40 got wine. He got
it sounds like you got a
food,
chicken sandwich,
burritos.
Yeah,
Yes.
E40 got it. I'm going to the Bay Area this Saturday actually, so I'm gonna check in on E40.
E40 look like he eating and living.
Yes, he
good.
do.
He do.
That's what I like. I like a person that cooks but looks like they actually eat the food they cook.
That's right.
E40 be in that kitchen enjoying them meals. I go to his page, my mouth start watering.
E40 called me up. When I'm in the Bay Area, I will stop by your house for a little juice and a sandwich.
There you go. When we come back, we got the positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Miss Pat, our co-host, is here. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, man, but I want to tell everybody, make sure you go get your tickets for the first ever Black Effect Podcast Festival happening Saturday, April 22nd in ATL at Pullman Yards, man. It's hosted by myself and my good sister Jess Hilarious. 85 South Show will be there doing their podcast live. Horrible Decisions will be there doing their podcast live. Reasonably Shady will be there doing their podcast live. The Big Facts Podcast, Checking In Podcast with Michelle Williams, and a whole lot more, man. We're going to have music. We're going to have food, all types of stuff. So make sure you go get your tickets. And thank you to everybody that's been buying tickets, man. The way y'all buying tickets, we definitely going to have a sellout crowd. So I truly appreciate it. You can go to Eventbrite to get your tickets. And for more information, go to blackeffect.com. Okay, now the positive note. It's about perspective, okay? Always remember that perspective, man. What you see depends not only what you look at, but also on where you look from.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?